prismatic and it is more theoretical bit. Okay, the anterior border is what where the transverse mesocolon is attached. That way we can identify the this one anterior border. Now here roughly we can say, see here, looking at this could be the anterior border, this, and this surface, and is having this surface, right? And there is one more surface on the posterior part. This is the posterior. Sorry, just a second. This way. This is the posterior surface. The anterior border is where the transverse mesocolon will be attached. So the part which is above, यहाँ पे splenic artery का ही दिख रहा है, the course, this one here. Here was splenic artery. So this is the antero superior surface, and the part below this one, anterior border, will be antero inferior surface. ठीक है? And it is having one more surface which is on posterior side. This is the posterior surface. Body it is having antero superior, antero inferior, and the posterior surface. And the three borders, anterior border where the transverse mesocolon is attached, superior border and inferior border. The three borders, three surfaces. The tail is between the two layers of the linorenal ligament. Now we have to see the relations of the structures. Tuberomentum. Middle here, which is a projection which is present near to the neck. So that is the tuberomental, which is directed towards the celiac artery. Okay. Now let us see the relations of the structure. Anteriorly, here, head of the pancreas, anterior is related with transverse mesocolon. It is related with the transverse mesocolon. Its upper border, its right border, its inferior border is related with first, second, third part of the duodenum. Its uncinate process is here. Uncinate process के ऊपर से यहाँ पे will come. Posterior surface is related with
abdominal aorta.
First here is a common bile duct. More posteriorly will be a inferior vena cava, and more posteriorly that right crus and L1 and L2 vertebrae.
And
Sympathetic chain will be present. The neck of the pancreas is situated here. Now let us see the relations of the neck of the pancreas. Anteriorly here, it is related with pyloric end of the stomach. The pyloric end of stomach will come and is related with the anterior border. Posteriorly, it is related with right, formation of portal vein above and superior mesenteric vein below, coming to the body. Antero-superior surface of the body is related with this one. I am saying antero-superior surface.
stomach and
Lesser sac and stomach. Correct. See, stomach इधर रहेगा, उसके पीछे will be the lesser sac. So that will be written on antero-superior surface. Antero-inferior surface, they are related with duodenum. ये है ना duodenum. ये duodenum है, इसका fourth part, यहाँ से jejunum begin. So duodenum-jejunal junction will be here, and there will be one transverse colon यहाँ पे, right? So it will form flexure here. So there is a left colic flexure of the transverse colon. That is related with antero-inferior surface. Posterior surface, it is related with, see, this will be present here. It will be present here, obliquely. So the structures which are related posteriorly, first is the abdominal aorta. There is a crus of the diaphragm, left crus of the diaphragm. Further, suprarenal gland and the left kidney. Okay, and there is a vein which comes towards the kidney. There is the left renal vein. Those are the structures which are present. Sorry. Splenic artery is along the superior border of this. Splenic border ऊपर रहेगा ना. The vein will be posterior to this one. Splenic artery will be along the superior border of the body of the pancreas. Superior border, and near body of the pancreas bears one process called as a tuberomental. It is related with celiac artery. Okay? And further, the tail of the pancreas, which is present between two linorenal ligament. That's all about the pancreas. Okay. See, pancreas, it has following parts. It has a head, neck, body, and the tail. The head is along the concavity. The head bears anterior surface, posterior surface, superior border, right border, inferior border, and left border. The neck, and it has an uncinate process. The neck, it has anterior surface, posterior surface, superior border and inferior border. Body, it is prismatic and triangular in a cross section. It has antero-superior surface, antero-inferior surface and posterior surface. It has three borders: superior, inferior and anterior. Anterior border is along where transverse mesocolon is attached. Tail of the pancreas is situated between two layers of glenorenal ligament. Glenorenal ligaments. Now the structures which are related with the head of the pancreas on its anterior side is transverse mesocolon. On its superior right and its left, first, second and third part of duodenum. On its left, it is related with the neck of the pancreas. Posteriorly, it is related with bile duct, common bile duct. More posteriorly is the inferior vena cava. More posteriorly is the right crest of the diaphragm and elbow and elbow vertebra. Neck of the pancreas, uncinate process के ऊपर superior mesenteric vessels. Neck of pancreas anterior related with pyloric end of stomach. Posterior it is related with and superior mesenteric vessels. Body, its antero-superior surface is related with stomach and lesser sac. Anterior border is related with transverse mesocolon. Antero-inferior surface is related with duodenal junction and left conic flexure. Posterior surface is related from medial to lateral. Abdominal aorta, left crest of the diaphragm, suprarenal, left kidney and renal vein and splenic vein which is present superior to that of the structure. And along the superior border there is a splenic artery. And tail again within two layers of glenorenal ligament. The vasculature for this, the blood supply to the head and the neck. Superior and inferior pancreatico-duodenal artery. Superior pancreatico-duodenal artery is a branch coming from gastroduodenal artery. Gastroduodenal will come from here. ये first part के पीछे से आएगा. यहाँ पे gastroduodenal artery. It gives one branch which runs along this part. It supplies duodenum, which supplies duodenum also and supplies head also. That is superior pancreatico-duodenal artery. यहाँ पे superior mesenteric vessel है, right? यहाँ पे it gives one inferior pancreatico-duodenal artery which anastomoses with this second part of this, and it supplies to the head and the neck of the pancreas. The body of the pancreas by the various pancreatic branches of splenic artery. We have seen the splenic artery tortuous course over the superior border. It gives various small branches. One of it is larger, which runs along the course of main duct of pancreas, arteria pancreaticum magna. It will supply the rest of the body and the tail of the pancreas. The exocrine part, it gives secretion via the two ducts. One is a main duct of the pancreas called a duct of Wiers and the accessory duct of Santoni. Main duct opens through the major duodenal papilla and minor duct through a minor duodenal papilla. Accessory duct through minor duodenal papilla. That's it. Okay. So to hold the liver in the anatomical position. To hold the liver in the anatomical position is that to keep this vena cava groove vertically. Okay. If you are keeping this vertically, then this is the anatomical position in which liver is held. Liver, it has two lobes, anatomical lobe and physiological lobe, right and the left lobe. So the line which demarcates the anatomical lobe is the falciform ligament, ligamentum teres hepatis, ligamentum venosum. Along this line it cuts it into the two parts, right part and the left anatomical lobe. Right and left physiological lobe is along the groove for the inferior vena cava and gallbladder. So the line passing along this is divided, cholecystobinacaval groove, plane. So along which it divides it into the right and the left part. Now the liver, it has the following parts, morphological features of the liver is that it has surfaces, it has a border, it has anterior surface, it has lateral surface, it has superior surface, posterior surface and inferior surface or the visceral surface. Posterior is here only. Superior will be here. Superior inferior will be here. Superior border is ill-defined here, where it converts into the anterior to the superior. Na? So it is ill-defined here. There is a superior border which separates anterior from the superior surface, and this is a posterior surface because we are holding it in this way, right? So this will come posterior and this will come inferior. You getting that? This is posterior and this is inferior. ये inferior है, ये वाला जो है इसका मतलब inferior. This is inferior total. Visceral surface is inferior surface. Just a second.
ये वाला आएगा ना
ये वाला inferior. See, inferior is whole. Kidney is also related with the inferior surface.
तो पोस्टर
Suprarenal is related with the posterior surface.
और इसोफेगस
Esophagus is also in the visceral surface. Visceral or the inferior surface. हाँ ये पूरा inferior है ये. ये posterior है. The bare area of the posterior surface में क्या क्या structure रहता है? There is a bare area of the liver. This one. So it is present between these two layers of the coronary ligament. So that constitutes the posterior surface. ठीक है? And there is a suprarenal gland. ठीक है? The groove for the inferior vena cava is present in the posterior surface. समझ रहे? So posterior surface here, the bare area of the liver, suprarenal, the groove for the inferior vena cava. Now, where we, yes, the superior, anterior surface, superior, posterior surface, and inferior surface, and right lateral surface. Okay. Now, further, there is a ligaments which are attached. So, there is a falciform ligament, and this falciform ligament, if we trace further, it is dividing into the two. Coronary ligament, it's
राइट ट्रायंगुलर
superior layer of coronary ligament, which ends here to form a right triangular ligament. Further forms inferior layer of the coronary ligament. This coronary ligament, if we trace, it will go along the inferior border of the groove for the vena cava, continues along the right side of this caudate flow, continues along the superior border of this caudate flow, continues along
right lip of ligamentum
right lip of ligamentum venosa, continues along the posterior layer of
porta hepatis.
porta hepatis. Yeah, this one. Posterior layer of laser omentum. The laser omentum. This is the laser omentum.
It includes
porta hepatis. So posterior layer of the lesser omentum, which continues as the anterior layer of lesser omentum, continues as a left lip of the ligamentum venosa, continues as a posterior layer of left triangular ligament, and anterior layer of left triangular ligament, and further as a falciform ligament. Few more ligaments are ligamentum teres hepatis and ligamentum venosa. You can see the opening for the this one hepatic veins. This is the opening of hepatic veins into the inferior vena cava. It's the openings of hepatic veins. The surfaces, visceral impressions. Here is a groove for the esophagus. Here is the gastric impression. The pyloric end of the stomach. First part of the duodenum. Fossa for gallbladder, where the gallbladder will be resting. Here will be a duodenal impression for duodenal flexure, where duodenum, first part of duodenum change into the second part of duodenum. So duodenal flexure. Here will be a colic flexure, colic impression for colic flexure. Okay, right colic flexure. This is a renal impression for a right kidney, and suprarenal impression is on posterior surface. Here, suprarenal impression. Now there are various bare area of the liver between these two layers, coronary ligament का superior layer and inferior layer. So this is one bare area of the liver. One more bare area is inferior groove for the inferior vena cava. One more is fossa for the gallbladder. One more is
ligamentum venosa.
Between the ligamentum venosa
Left triangular.
Left triangular. Actually this we could not say as a bare area. The larger area is this, right? ये यहाँ पे भी you can see it is separate. It is non-peritoneal area. So this is one of the bare area, and here it is related with the cardiac, with the it has the cardiac impression here. Okay, cardiac impression is here. So this is a caudate lobe. It is having two processes: papillary process and caudate. papillary process and caudate. Papillary will be towards this left side. Yes. See, papillary process is directed towards celiac trunk, so it should be towards that. ऐसे है ना? So it should come from here to the celiac trunk. Tuberomental and papillary process together they come towards the celiac trunk. So to the left side is the papillary process here, and towards medially, the right side is the caudate process, the caudate lobe. Now this is a quadrate lobe. Quadrate lobe की boundaries पता होना चाहिए. On its right side it is by the gallbladder. Left it is for the it is along the inferior border of the liver. Inferior border of the liver, and this is a porta hepatis superiorly. This is the quadrate lobe. Porta hepatis के structures from anterior to posterior you should know. DAV. See, this is a duct. Hepatic duct. Just a second. Yes, because this is a gallbladder, right? It opens by the cystic duct here. Okay, hepatic duct is more above. So the porta hepatis is more below there, right? So porta hepatis is where like a hilum it acts, right? So porta hepatis consists of hepatic ducts. It consists of the hepatic artery and portal vein. This is a portal vein. ये collapsible lumen दिख रहा है ना, ये the portal vein, and this is hepatic artery. You can see here. Yes, है ना? So the things what are expected in the Viva is that should be first the important thing is to determine the side of the kidney. How to determine the side of the kidney is that you should know which is upper end, which is the lower end. Okay, upper end and lower end can be identified by ureter. Check whether it is kinked or not. Okay, this is the lower end of ureter, the upper end and the lower end. Medial border is a concave and lateral border is a convex. Medial border bears the hilum. Now we have to identify which is anterior, which is the posterior surface. The anterior and posterior can be identified by the three structures: vein, artery, ureter. The vein should be anterior. So the points to say in the Viva is that this kidney belongs to a left side, right side, because first you say about this vein artery relation, and then you say the ureter is hanging downwards. There is 2 points you have to explain. The vein should be anteriorly and ureter is on posterior. Vein, artery, ureter is a relation. Okay, and ureter is hanging downwards. This determines this is of a. And one more point you can add: medial border is a concave. And lateral border is convex. 3 points you say. Medial border is concave, lateral border is convex, and from anterior vein, artery, ureter, and the ureter is projecting downwards. This determines this is of a right side. The anatomical position of the kidney is that it should be determined by the two axes. One horizontal axis and vertical axis. The vertical axis is directed downwards, backwards and laterally. So this way. Okay. If suppose this is my right, I am holding it on the right side, and this is upper end is directed more medially than the lower end. Okay. And it is directed backwards. It is slanting ऐसे थोड़ा सा. Because there is a paravertebral gutter है ना, जिसमें where the kidney rests. So it is ऐसे slanting. So this is directed downwards, backwards and laterally. One more axis is the vertical axis. Vertical axis बताया. One more is the horizontal axis, which is directed downwards and backwards. Sorry, backwards and laterally. Backwards and laterally. This direction. Okay. So this is the anatomical position of the kidney. Further, you explain about the parts of it. Like it has anterior surface, it has posterior surface, medial border, lateral border, upper pole, lower pole. Then if they ask about the relation, then you explain about the relation. So minimum things, first when the kidney is given, you should say about the side determination, anatomical position, its anatomical position, its borders and surfaces. Okay? External features. This much is required. No, okay? I will not explain relation. अभी बोलना है relation. See, this is of right side. So along its superior part is related with the suprarenal tract. Along its medial border, it is related with the second part of the duodenum. Second part of duodenum. Along its right side, it is related with the liver. It is the hepatic area. On its lower part, on its right side, it is with the
Splenic flexion.
hepatic flexure. This is the hepatic, this is right side. This is the hepatic flexure of the transverse colon. Hepatic flexure, and here will be coils of jejunum. This is the relation on its anterior surface. On the posterior surface, the structures which are related, they are from above downwards, medial and lateral arcuate ligament. Okay, so diaphragm will be above that. Okay, and more posterior to the diaphragm will be costophrenic recess, then 11th and the 12th rib, which is lower down, 11th and the 12th rib. But as it is of a right side, only a 12th rib. Okay, and further, the three muscles which are related below the medial and lateral arcuate, psoas major, quadratus lumborum abdominis, and transverse abdominis, and the fascia covering is the iliopsoas fascia, thoracolumbar fascia, and fascia cavitalis. These are the structures which are related on its posterior surface. On the right side, suppose consider this as a left-sided kidney. On its anterior side, it is related with again suprarenal parts. Here on it is related with the spleen. Here it is related with the pancreas. Here it is related with the jejunal coils of jejunum, and here is the splenic flexure. Splenic flexure. So these are the and one more thing left is the stomach. यहाँ पे, यहाँ pancreas यहाँ पे आ रहा है ना, so the stomach will be here. The gastric area, the pancreatic area. Coils of jejunum and splenic flexure. Okay. So these structures, they are related on its left side on anterior surface. Posterior surface is the same. Okay. This completes the kidney. Cut section, you have to explain about the kidney. This is the cut section. You will say about the so it has the renal sinus and the renal parenchyma. The sinus is where there will be the collecting part of the ureter will be present, along with the various vessels will be seen here. Okay, so that is the renal sinus part. The renal parenchyma is divided into the cortex and the medulla. The cortex is the outer part, and ये जो थोड़ा सा darker part दिख रहा है, it is the medulla. So the medulla first it bears the pyramid shaped structure, pyramids. Its base is directed towards the cortex, and apex is directed here, inner side, where it bears a renal papilla. So this end is the renal papilla. दिख रहा है ना ये bulb. This will be apex where it bears a renal papilla. This is the renal papilla. This is the pyramid. ये base है, and ये renal papilla रहेगा. From here there will be a minor cortex, minor calyx. जो रीनल पैपिला से कर्व जो रहेगा ना उसके नाम दैट विल बी माइनर कैलिक्स. हाँ ये एक्चुअली क्या हुआ है यहाँ पे, इट हैज़ बीन कट यानी क्लोज्ड पार्ट, जैसे यहाँ पे दिख रहा है. सी दिस इज अ रीनल पैपिला एंड दिस इज अ माइनर कैलिक्स. ये जो ओपनिंग दिख रहा है ना, ये माइनर कैलिक्स विच कंटिन्यूइंग हियर कलेक्ट टुगेदर फ्रॉम द मेजर कैलिक्स हियर. हाँ ठीक है. सो टू से अबाउट द रीनल पैरेन्काइमा, renal sinus. Renal parenchyma bears outer cortex, inner medulla. The medulla part bears pyramid, and near to the pyramid it has a renal papilla, and there is a minor calyx. Minor calyx fuses, many minor calyx fuses from major calyx, which unites together to form a renal pelvis. This one, renal pelvis. Okay. Further we can say, in between these two pyramids, part of the cortex will be extending, that is called as the renal column. Columns of Bertini. Renal columns of Bertini. Renal columns of Bertini. And medullary rays would be extending towards the cortex. This one. That's it. If they ask you what is the renal lobule, what is the renal lobe, you can say further.
Lobe means pyramid.
So, lobule. Lobe is what? Between these two pyramids, the part of the pyramid and a part of the cortex, this together they form the lobe of the kidney. And lobule is what? Between these two medullary rays, and there is a part of the cortex, right? So two cortex, in between there is medullary ray. अभी कैसे है, जो ये जो कॉर्टेक्स में है ना, देयर इज अ वेसल, interlobular artery, and there is a medullary ray. So that part together between the medullary ray, that is a renal lobule. Okay? So it consists of interlobular vessel, right? Interlobular vessel, part of the cortex, medullary ray, cortex, interlobular vessel. Okay? Further, they may ask you about the segments of the kidney. There are 5 segments. 4 segments are on the anterior surface. 1 is on the posterior. The 4 segments on the anterior surface, they are apical, upper anterior, middle anterior, and lower anterior, and posterior. And they may ask you about the distribution branches of this further. So the renal artery divides into the segmental arteries. Segmental artery gives interlobar arteries, interlobar artery between the two pyramids, then forms the arcuate arteries, which is above the base of the pyramid. Interlobular artery gives afferent arteriole plus efferent arteriole, peritubular plexus and vasorum. Continues as a venous part. Okay, same way. This is all about the kidney covering. It has true covering and the false covering. The true is what which covers the kidney, which is in relation with the kidney. अभी इसमें दिख रहा है true covering. See, this is a true covering, right? This is a true covering which is adhered to the parenchyma. The false covering is called as a renal fascia of gyrota. Renal fascia of the gyrota, and it has 2 layers, anterior and the posterior layer. The anterior layer is a fascia of tall and posterior layer is a fascia of candle. Okay? Tracing you read now. Okay? The tracing of the anterior layer of the fascia of tall, it unites with the opposite anterior layer of fascia of the tall. So tracing towards the medial side is that it fuses with the opposite side. This is of the fascia of tall. When it comes from the posterior layer comes and fuses with the body of the thoracic vertebra. So there where it ends on the medial side. In its lateral end, both of these fascia fuses on its lateral border and continues as fascia transversalis. Superiorly, both of these layers fuses, then again diverges to enclose the suprarenal gland and further extends to the diaphragm as a suspensory ligament. Okay. Inferiorly, both these layers continues downwards. It is open downwards. And one of the reason for it being open is that kidney का development हुआ है. So kidney from when it develops is more downwards, right? So it ascends upwards. That means the fascia should be open to ascend upwards. So that is one of the reason of that fascia is open downwards. Between the true and the false capsule, there is a perirenal space, perirenal fat, perinephric fat, which is between true and the false capsule, and it is more concentrated to the pelvis. To the renal pelvis. Paranephric fat is outside this false capsule. This is a paranephric fat. It is more concentrated on the posterior side. और कुछ बस बाकी स्टमक हो गया ना कितनी बार? हाँ लेके आ रहा हूँ. इनमें क्या पूछते हैं? You should be able to, ये सब एक साथ रख दिया जाता है, तो you should be able to identify which is the large intestine, which is small intestine. ठीक है? How is that? The features which are present in the large intestine, that is the tinea coli. See, this is the tinea coli. ये दिख रहा है ना, ये thick band. This is tinea coli. Okay? The tinea coli is present in the entire large intestine except at the 2 points. एक पकड़ा है मैंने आपको. Appendix. And one is here inside. Rectum. The tinea coli, tinea coli is absent in appendix, and see all this tinea, it has 3 tinea coli. It converges here at the cecum, and where it converges, यहाँ पे सब ये दिख रहा है, यहाँ पे tinea coli आ रहा है. So all the tinea coli comes and converges to the cecum. It directs the direction of the appendix. सब tinea coli इधर converge होता है. इसके आगे नहीं रहता tinea coli. And the absence of the tinea coli in the rectum. One more point is the ostrations. You can see these ostrations. ये bulging दिख रहा है ना, ये pockets में हाँ, these are the bulgings what we can see. These are the ostrations. They are present because the length of the tinea coli is shorter as compared to the length of the colon. So that they are making that colon constricted at some part. समझ रहे हैं ना, उसको एक साथ फिट करना है तो it has to be bulge at some part and it has constricted at some part. So that is the reason there is a ostration. Now you will be able to identify the small intestine from the large intestine because now it is having a here mesentery. इसको mesentery नहीं अटैच है मगर there is attached of the mesocolon. हाँ, mesocolon अटैच रहता है इसको. यहाँ पे mesocolon ये इसका है omentum का पार्ट है. ये omentum का greater omentum का पार्ट है. This is a transverse mesocolon है, transverse mesocolon. So here we can identify this upon the features which are present in the this one large intestine was a tinea coli, the ostrations, and one more thing is appendices epiploidy. हाँ, ये तुम लोगों ने बाहर रखा है, फैट सब काला हो गया यहाँ पे. You can see the few of this appendices epiploidy. See, this is one of the appendices epiploidy. ये दिख रहा ना फैट का appendices which comes upwards. See यहाँ पे these are the appendices epiploidy. ये ठीक है, these are the appendices epiploidy. ये this is appendices epiploidy. नहीं, it is where those vessels penetrate, वहाँ पे फैट रहता है. So those are the appendices epiploidy. It directs where anastomosis बनते हैं और अंदर जाते हैं ना. That's the appendices epiploidy present. That's it about the large intestine. It has cecum, it has appendix, ascending colon, transverse colon, and the descending colon. Okay? The features to identify whether this is colon or this is small intestine is that it has a tinea coli. Okay? It has ostrations. ये दिख रहा है ना bulging pouches. These are the ostrations which are present. इसमें नहीं रहते. Tinea coli and ostrations are absent here. It has appendices epiploidy. So these are the appendices epiploidy. Okay? These are the appendices epiploidy. These are the three important points to identify large intestine, and you should identify the parts of it: ascending, transverse, and the descending colon. Further, the descending colon, sigmoid colon is also there in this one large intestine, sigmoid colon, and the rectum up to the pectinate knife. Okay? And this tinea coli is present all over this large intestine except in the appendix and in the rectum. Okay? Tinea coli. The three tinea coli which are present here surrounding them. 3 bands रहते हैं. The tinea coli, those are the thickening of the longitudinal muscle fibers. अभी इसका मस्कुलेचर अगर देखेंगे हम लोग इस GIT का, it has inner circular and outer longitudinal. Out of those longitudinal fibers, few of them they are thickened. They form the tinea coli. That could be seen from the outer side. बस इसमें इतना ही बोलना है. You should able to identify where is the cecum and the appendix. ठीक है, that way we can say which is ascending and which is the descending colon. इसमें है, you can see the appendix and there is a junction. और ये tie किया रहता ना, it is either one of the end, ये end and ये end. So this is the ileocecal junction है यहाँ पे. Ileum रहेगा ना ये वाला. So from here there will be a cecum. So ileum, cecum, appendix, ascending colon. हाँ? क्या? Flexure is this.
इतना वजन नहीं डालना है.
This is one flexure, this is other
अब
flexure.
वो उधर से दूर कर.
और ये ऊपर थोड़ा कम ज़्यादा हो सकता है फ्लेक्चर, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. यहाँ पे एक निकालने के बाद हम जो बताएंगे वही फ्लेक्चर है. फ्लेक्चर इज व्हाट विच इज अ टर्न. सो इन सिटू जो टर्न रहेगा दैट इज अ फ्लेक्चर है. दिस यू शुड नो अबाउट द ट्रांसवर्स कोलम. नाउ लेट अस गो फॉर द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन टू आइडेंटिफाई विच इज द इलियम एंड विच इज अ जेजुना. Yes. सबसे पहले खुद को इवेल्युएट करना है कि हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई जेजुनम एंड आइलियम. ये है ना, ये जो लार्जर फैट वगैरह दिखता है ना, ये इज मोर टुवर्ड द आइलियम. ठीक है, अब इसमें देखो इस टुवर्ड यहाँ पे कम फैट रहता है यहाँ पे. So there is a window formation here. पहले ये देखने का सबसे पहले, rather than going for the thickness, and then theoretically you say about the thickness. अब इसका thickness is less, lumen is smaller, thickness is more here in the jejunum, and lumen is a wider. Then about the windows you can say the fat distribution is equally here in the ilia, and unequal distribution is more towards the root side of the this one is here, and so we can see the fat here. Windows here. We can see the windows here. Yes. So you can see the windows. Arterial arcades. There are 1 to 2 arterial arcades in the jejunum, and 3 to 4 arterial arcades in the ileum. There are the vasa recta which are longer here, longer towards the jejunum, and shorter. So this point you should say that completes the jejunum and ileum description. Okay? And important thing is that there is a mesentery which is attached. Okay? Now they may ask you the extent of the mesentery from where to where it extends. So you should know its junction. From here there is a duodenojejunal junction to the iliocecal junction. The mesentery will extend as a cross from here. So we correspond it with the vertebral level. This duodenojejunal junction will correspond to L2. It will correspond to L2 vertebra, and this end will correspond to right sacroiliac junction. Sacroiliac, समझ रहा है? वर्टिब्रल बॉडी अगर इसका रिलेशन बताना है, दिस इज अ L2 बॉडी ऑफ a L2 vertebra and this is a right sacroiliac junction. ठीक है? So this is the extent of mesentery. Now this root of the mesentery, it will cross the following structures. यहाँ पे है ये third part of the duodenum है, right? So यहाँ पे will be fourth part of duodenum, and there will junction from which it will begin, right? So it will cross first this third part of duodenum. समझ रहे? So the mesentery will cross third part of a duodenum. It will cross one vessel which is coming from here. Superior mesenteric vessel. Along with that, it will cross this abdominal aorta. It will cross one more vessel here. Inferior vena cava. It will cross one more vessel which is coming from the abdominal aorta, which goes towards the gonads. Gonadal vessel. Gonadal vessel, we'll say it as a gonadal. In female, it could be ovarian, so say it as a gonadal vessel. Ureter. Ureter is coming downwards. It will come and cross ureter here. Okay. So these are the structures which are crossed by this one. Along with that, there is one muscle which is crossed. It is a psoas major. And the nerve is a genitofemoral nerve. Genitofemoral nerve. So I repeat now the structures crossed by the mesentery. From left to right, it is third part of the duodenum. Superior mesenteric artery, inferior vena cava, gonadal artery, genitofemoral nerve, psoas major, ureter. Ureter is important. Ureter, and comes to the right sacroiliac joint. These are structures which are crossed by this one, and the structures which are present within the mesentery. Within the mesentery, what are the structures which are present within the mesentery? Superior and inferior mesenteric vessel and its branches. Then fat. Then jejunum and ileum. And lymphatics. Lymphatics which will be present. And nerves. You have the nerves which supply. That's it. These are all about small intestine, stomach. See, when the stomach is given, first to identify its pyloric end. See the thickening, where the thickening is present, that indicates the pyloric end. And then hold it in anatomical position. To hold the stomach in the anatomical position, the pyloric end should be slightly towards the right side, cardiac end should be a bit left side and upward. It is slanting slightly upward, so that it has antero-superior and posterior-inferior surface. Okay, this is the anatomical position of the stomach. Then you explain about the features, parts of it. So it has lesser curvature, greater curvature. It has two ends, pyloric end, cardiac end. It has two surfaces, antero-superior surface, posterior-inferior surface. Then we say about the along this lesser curvature, there is a one notch, angular notch, yeah, where the esophagus ends and the stomach will begin, it bears a cardiac notch. Okay, a line passing horizontally from the cardiac notch divides the stomach upper part into fundus, lower part into the body. A line passing obliquely from the incisura angularis divides the stomach into body and pyloric end of the stomach. So this pyloric end of the stomach bears pyloric antrum and pyloric canal. ठीक है? Okay. Further, we'll see about the interior of the stomach. Now this is cut along its greater curvature to see the interior of the stomach. In the interior of the stomach, 3 points. Rugae, which could be seen. And there are the smaller canals which are present, gastric pits, and the canals, they are this gastric canals are the rugae which are vertically oriented here along the lesser curvature. Those are the gastric canals. ठीक है? 3 points, rugae, pits, gastric canals. Completes this one. So this is the mucosa of the stomach. This is mucosa. Then they may ask you what is the muscular layer of the stomach. Muscular, outer circular, innermost circular, middle oblique.
मिडल ओब्लिक 3 लेयर है.
That's it. And relations तो आता होगा. See now here the structures which are related on its anterosuperior surface. In its upper part, it is a left lobe of the liver. ठीक है? And here in its see more posterior. See here what I was supposed to say that. See the costal lower margin of this one, costal margin of this one. Ribs, costal margin का ribs and lower margin will be related here. Okay, the part of the spleen will be related here superiorly. ठीक है? Here is a left lobe of the liver. Liver. Here is the lower margin of the lower costal margin, and it is further inside is related with costodiaphragmatic recess, and then will be a lung, left lung. So the left lung will be higher above bit. So the structures which are related anteriorly is a lobe, left lobe, liver, costal margin of this, and a spleen, this one, and a lung in its upper part. So here it encloses one space called as a Trobbi space. It encloses space called as a Trobbi space. This Trobbi space is bounded by the following things. There is a liver here, there is a spleen here. I said liver on the left side, liver on the right side, spleen on the left side. Superiorly is the lung, and inferior is the lower margin of the costal margin. Lower costal margin. Yeah. So this is a Trobbi space. So Trobbi space का importance है. It gives tympanic note in a normal individual. If there is a splenomegaly or hepatomegaly or pleural effusion, there will be a dull note will be heard there. Further.
No.
Yes, the pancreas will be on the posterior side. So here it is related with the flexure, colic flexure, left colic is a part of this one, part of that one. Okay. Now let us come to the posterior surface. The posterior surface forms a stomach bed. It forms a stomach bed here. The stomach bed, it is related with, above there is a spleen here, right? So let us form the stomach bed first. This is the gastric impression which is largest. Above it is related with the spleen. Left kidney, right? Left kidney, the right. Okay, we will keep it here. Okay, kidney. There is a pancreas. Which will be running from here. Okay. Flexion. There is splenic flexure. here. So these are the structures which forms the stomach bed. So I repeat, the stomach bed is formed by, here there is crest of the diaphragm. This is the left crest of the diaphragm. This is a splenic area, spleen. There is a kidney and the suprarenal gland. There is a pancreas with the splenic artery. Okay, and there is a splenic flexure of the transverse colon. This forms a stomach bed. Okay. Stomach bed is where it forms. Now, more anterior to this will be the lesser sac. Here. So, lesser sac will be here and it is rated here. This is how the stomach bed is formed. So, anteriorly, the Trobby space is important. Then, blood supply. Blood supply of the stomach is along the left gastric and right gastric. Left gastric comes from common celiac trunk. Right gastric it comes from common hepatic artery proper or a common hepatic, either of them. Okay. Right and the left gastroepiploic artery. Right gastroepiploic artery comes from gastroduodenal artery and left comes from splenic artery, which is coming here. So it gives splenic artery and few short gastric arteries and few esophageal branches which also supplies the cardiac end. Okay, the esophageal branches come from the left gastric artery. Okay, यहाँ पे. So this is the blood supply for the stomach. Lymphatic drainage you should know. The lymphatic drainage is along the where the blood vessels are present. So here the blood vessel which is present here is a splenic artery, right? So यहाँ पे there is the pancreatico-splenic group of lymph nodes. यहाँ पे pancreatico-splenic. यहाँ पे there is a right gastroepiploic artery, right? So here right gastroepiploic group of lymph nodes. Here there is a pyloric end of stomach. So there is a pyloric group of lymph node. Here there is a hepatic artery, right? Yeah. There is a hepatic group of lymph node. Here there is celiac artery, celiac group of lymph nodes. So this lymphatic drainage along the greater curvature in its upper part goes into the pancreatico-splenic. Along the greater curvature in its lower part goes into the gastroepiploic. Right gastroepiploic, and along the pyloric end goes to the pyloric end, hepatic end and celiac. Okay. Along the lesser curvature they come into this celiac group of lymph nodes. So these are the lymphatic drainage which finally comes to the celiac, goes via the cisterna chyliae, goes via thoracic duct and opens into the
left supraclavian.
and opens into the junction between the subclavian and the jugular, right? So there it also drains into the left supraclavian group of lymph nodes. So any carcinoma of the stomach, if there is a metastasis, then it causes the inflammation of left supraclavian group of lymph nodes. So it is called as a Trozius sign. That is also a signal nodes. This is how now the nerve supply is that it has a right and a left vagus, right? So the one which is on the left, as the stomach is turning during the development, left comes on the anterior side, anterior vagal trunk, and the right vagus it forms posterior vagal trunk. The anterior vagal trunk it gives hepatic branch, it gives pyloric branch, and it gives gastric branch. So gastric branch is the nerve of lateral jet. Lateral jet. Okay, I repeat. The anterior vagal trunk gives hepatic branch, it gives pyloric branch and gastric branch. Okay. Gastric branch is called nerve of the lateral jet. And the posterior vagal trunk it gives celiac plexus. It includes the celiac plexus, and other branches again nerve of lateral jet from the posterior vagal trunk. So there is a surgery called as a highly selective vagotomy, in which we cut the nerve of lateral jet. Or if you are cutting from the trunk of the anterior vagal trunk, then pyloric also it will lost. So there won't be any relaxation of the sphincter. So gastric emptying won't be there. Relaxation नहीं होगा ना. Parasympathetic का काम क्या रहता है? It causes a relaxation of the sphincter, increases the gastric motility. That means it causes gastric emptying. Sympathetic का काम क्या रहता है? It increases the sphincter action and decreases the gastric motility. It causes a accumulation of the food. ठीक है? Opposite is of the sympathetic. So when we cut that nerve of lateral, this one vagus at its trunk, anterior vagal trunk, we are cutting pyloric branch also, we are cutting lateral jet also. Now this nerve of lateral jet causes motility of this, but ये भी कम कर रहा है यहाँ पे, समझ रहा है? It is also not इट इज़ ऑल्सो नॉट रिलैक्सिंग दिस वन, पाइलोरिक एंड को रिलैक्स नहीं कर रहा है. सो द फूड इज एक्यूमुलेटेड हियर. तो अभी क्या करना पड़ेगा, फूड एक्यूमुलेट हो गया तो वी हैव टू टेक आउट द वन मोर चैनल यहाँ से, गैस्ट्रो डिओडिनोस्टॉमी और गैस्ट्रो जेजुनोस्टॉमी वी हैव टू डू विच कनेक्ट्स जंक्शन. इस यहाँ पे पास में डिओडिनम रहेगा ना यहाँ पे 4 पार्ट, सो वील डू द गैस्ट्रो डिओडिनोस्टॉमी. सो दैट वो अभी ये हो गया, ऑब्सोलीट हो गया दैट टेक्निक. सो दे डू हाईली सिलेक्टिव वेगोटॉमी इन विच दे
Nerve
प्रिजर्व
of
द
the-
पाइलोरिक एंड. ओनली द नर्व ऑफ लेटराजेट इज कट. नर्व ऑफ लेटराजेट का क्या काम रहता है, ये
Relaxation.
पैरासिम्पैथेटिक, या इट कॉजेस गैस्ट्रिक मोटिलिटी, बट ऑल्सो इट इंक्रीजेज द गैस्ट्रिक एसिड सिक्रीशंस. सो अपने इन अ पेप्टिक अल्सर दिस सर्जरी इज डन, वेगोटॉमी, हाईली सिलेक्टिव वेगोटॉमी. जो इससे कम नहीं होता, जो टैबलेट्स लेके कम नहीं होता ना, इन दैट वी डू द हाईली सिलेक्टिव वेगोटॉमी. ठीक है, बस अभी डाइट